Hello students, welcome to this module on refrigeration and air conditioning. In this session, we will know how to check and test different types of relays, capacitors, OLPs, finding faults and rectification.
Objectives. At the end of this exercise, you shall be able to check and test a capacitor by the physical check method. Check and test a capacitor by the spark test method. Check and test a capacitor with an clamp meter. Check and test an overload protector OLP. Check and test a relay. Now, let us take a look at the tools, equipment, and consumables needed for checking and testing different types of relays, capacitors, OLPs, finding faults, and rectification. Tools, equipment, and consumables. Screwdriver, 10 mm tip, 200 mm length. Cutting plier with insulated handle, 200 mm length. Screwdriver set. Clamp meter. FHP compressor. Running capacitor 6 microfarads. Current coil relay. Overload protector OLP. 2 meters of 1 square millimeter lead wire. 2 meters of wire with crocodile clip. Test board fitted with voltmeter and ammeter. Now, let us see the preparations for checking and testing different type of relay, capacitors, OLPs, find out faults and rectification. Task 1. Check and test run capacitor. Physical check method. Task 2. Check and test run capacitor. Spark test method. Use a low voltage power source or a charging tool designed for this purpose. High voltage sources can damage the capacitor or cause injury. During the test, to avoid unpredictable results and potential hazards, ensure proper grounding of the capacitor terminals. Observe the spark carefully when connecting the power source across the terminals. A significant spark indicates the capacitor is holding a charge, while a smaller or no spark means it is discharged. Avoid direct contact with the terminals during the spark test. Use insulated tools or probes to prevent electrical shocks. Prepare the test board as shown in visuals. Connect probe A to one capacitor terminal and probe B to the other. Connect the cord wire to the power source. Switch on the test board for a few seconds and then switch off. Hold the plastic handle of the screwdriver to short the terminals of the capacitor. If an intense spark occurs, it is a warning sign that the capacitor is holding a substantial charge. Handle it with extreme caution to prevent electrical shock or injury. If a weak or no spark occurs, it is an optimal result, indicating the capacitor is discharged and safe to handle. Task 3. Check and test capacitor with clamp meter. To discharge a capacitor, use an appropriate resistor or an insulated tool to bridge across its terminals. Avoid using bare hands. Verify its discharge with the voltmeter. Turn off the power source and set your multimeter to the highest resistance setting, usually labeled as ohms or with the omega symbol. Once the capacitor is disconnected, double check that it is fully discharged to avoid accidental shocks. Touch the capacitor lead or terminals momentarily with the test cord of clamp meter. Watch for a slight instantaneous deflection of clamp meter, indicating a satisfactory capacitor. If the clamp meter indicates continuous low resistance, it means the capacitor is short. Clamp meter will move to the zero end of the scale after a certain time. If the capacitor is open, there will be no movement of the clamp meter. Touch the clamp meter LEDs to the capacitor terminal and note the deflection of the clamp meter. Change the LEDs and touch them again. The deflection of the clamp meter will be approximately twice that of the first check if the capacitor is satisfactory. Task 4. Check OLP using test lamp. The overload protector OLP is usually attached to the compressor and might be covered by a plastic or metal housing. Take the overload protector OLP. Plug in a test lamp on the test board and switch it on. Touch one LED to overload protector terminal 1 and the other two terminals 2 and 3. If the bulb glows, the overload protector OLP is good. Set the clamp meter to resistance. Touch one probe to overload protector OLP terminal 1 and the other probe to terminal 2. Watch the meter indication. Take the probe from 2 and touch it to 3. Watch the meter indication. If the clamp meter shows continuity, the overload protector is good. Task 5. Check and test a relay. Relays are typically small, box-shaped components with multiple pins or terminals. Relays usually have coil pins control side and contact pins switch side. Disconnect the relay from the unit. Remove the wires from the relay. Set the clamp meter to resistance. Connect one probe to relay contact 1 and the other two yes. Check continuity between them. If there is continuity, the contacts are stuck or welded together. Replace the relay. Test the continuity of the current relay coil between L and M. If there is no continuity, it means the coil is open. Replace the relay. Task 6. Testing current coil relay. Check continuity between 1 and 2 with the help of an clamp meter. If the continuity is okay between 1 and 2, the coil continuity of the current coil relay is okay. In the normal condition, 1 and 2 continuity will be there. Check continuity between 2 and 3. In the normal condition, when not in use, 2 and 3 are open. If there is no continuity between 2 and 3, the relay is okay. Keep the relay upside down. Check continuity between 2 and 3. If the continuity is there, the relay is okay. Bring it to its original position. Check continuity between 2 and 3. If there is no continuity, the relay is found OK. Check plunger movement and observe sound. Keep the relay upside down. Plunger moves up and you can hear the sound. Bring it to the normal position. Plunger comes down and you can hear the sound. If there is no sound, the relay is defective and the relay plunger operation is not OK. Task 7. Testing voltage relay by series test lamp. Voltage or potential type relays have NCC, normally closed contacts. Normally closed contact points NCC are between 1 and 2 relay. Pressure coil is between 2 and 5. Relay point 1 and 2 are normally closed contact points. Check by normally series lamp response lighting. Point 1 and 5 make and break contact points sound like a calling bell. It is tested by a series lamp. Connect the potentials or pressure coil represented by points 2 and 5 in series with a lamp. If everything is in order, you should hear only one tick sound as it gets energized and breaks the contact point. If the above results come from the test, the relay coil functioning is OK. Recap.
In this topic, we came to know about how to do checking and testing a capacitor by the physical check method. Checking and testing a capacitor by the spark test method. Checking and testing a capacitor with an
Clamp meter.
checking and testing overload protector OLP. Checking and testing a relay. I hope you all have understood the process of checking and testing different types of relays, capacitors, OLPs, finding faults, and rectification. Thank you, students, and let's meet in the next session. Goodbye.